So in today's video, what we're going to talk about is pre-shot routines. So I'm standing here on the first hole at Bushell Park today. It's a par 3 opening hole. And today's measuring 177 yards long. And I'm just going to talk you through my pre-shot routine and what I'm doing for each of my stages. So my pre-shot routine really starts from the minute my golf bag goes down. So once my bag's down, first thing I'll grab is my Bushnell rangefinder because I want to know exactly how far I've got to hit my next shot. Now, being that we're on the tee here, we kind of have an idea of how far this one is each time we come out and play, but I want to build a routine that doesn't matter what shot I'm playing, I'm always following the same steps every time. So I'll always start with finding out my yardages. So today, this is playing 178 yards long. Second thing I do is I then start looking at things like wind, how the ball's lying, where the misses are, where I want to try and avoid. So obviously things change slightly when we're standing on a tee box to when we're standing for a second shot in the fairway. So things like the lie itself is not going to be something that I'm taking too much notice of. I'm going to take note of the wind. I'm going to take note of where the dangers are. So on this first hole I have pot bunker to the right, I've got a pot bunker to the left. There's no real danger long, so if anywhere I'm going to favour the slightly longer club for that first shot, and just to get me past any of that danger. The last thing I want to do is hit too short a club or try and push it too far and end up coming short into those bunkers. So 178 yards would normally be a solid 6. We're playing a little bit into wind today and I know there's no danger long, so I'm going to opt for a 5. So now I've made my club selection, I've made my commitment to the shot I'm about to play. I'm then going to follow the rest of my routine. So from this point onwards, now I've got the shot in mind, I've also got the club in mind. Everything I'm doing is about the shot I'm about to play. So for this one's going to be a full swing, so my practice swing is going to represent that full swing that I'm about to do. If I don't feel happy with it, I'm always going to do a second swing. We don't necessarily have to. Don't feel like you have to do 1, 2, 3 or a set amount of swings every time. Really what we're trying to do in this stage is we're trying to get prepared and feel confident for the shot I'm about to play. So some people will only take a short swing, some people will do a full elaborate backswing and full speed follow through. Really, I don't mind which one you do, just as long as it makes you feel comfortable and confident going into your shot. So for me, it will vary between sort of a half swing, really prepping my body for what I want it to do into the shot, or it'll be a full swing for what I'm about to do for the shot I've got to approach. So I'm going to go ahead and go through my routine from now on. So once I've done that first part, the next thing I'm going to do is check my line. So I'm going to pick a spot in front of my ball, approach the ball, set the club up first, and then align my body. So that way I always go club first before body, because as soon as your feet are planted, that's it. You are set and you're ready to go. We want to make sure that club's aligned to your target line first, then the feet can line up to the target line second. Once I'm happy and ready and feel like I'm set myself up square, I'm going to take a look at the target, look at the ball, and then pull the trigger. So here's my routine. Okay, so there's my full routine based on a full shot. Now the only variations are going to come from when we get to the short game. So things like a chip or a pitch around the green. Might encourage everyone to have a couple more practice swings. They're much shorter swings, so it's a much more delicate shot. We don't want to have to rush those. But on a full swing, 1 swing is more than enough, 2 really at the most. And putts as well. Putts are a bit more field orientated. So we always want to make sure that when we're looking to judge distance, that we're looking at the hole. And we're just letting that putter rock backs and forwards. We don't want to get too forceful and we don't want to get too controlling of what we're about to do. It has to be a bit more of a free-flowing movement. But the whole process follows the same thing. Once you have the club in mind, what you're about to do, we rehearse what you want to see on your actual swing. We're then going to pick a target, line up and pull the trigger. Between setting yourself up and getting comfortable and that last look, there should be very little time between the look back to the ball before we start the swing. The longer we spend over the ball once we've looked at the target, the more the body's going to start to tighten up. But give that a try. Have a look at your own practice swings and have a look at your own pre-shot routine. See how yours performs and see if there's any bits where you're not consistent enough. Really, consistency for practice swing and a pre-shot routine has to come from being the same things every single time. We don't want to have one pre-shot routine for one set of clubs, one pre-shot routine for another. It has to follow a similar pattern every time we play a shot. But I hope you enjoyed today, and like always, please like and subscribe, and happy golfing.